During the Maggie Walker Summer Leadership Program, our goal was to create a digital story about an important social or human rights issue. We chose pay inequality, criminal justice, and the impact of technology on society as our topics. We discussed progress that has been made by important trailblazers and identified ways that we, as young social activists, can continue the fight.
The gender pay gap refers to the median annual pay of women who work full-time and year-round compared to the pay of similar cohort men. Efforts have been made, such as the Equal Pay Act signed by President Kennedy in 1963. It allows employees who believe that they're being discriminated against to either file a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commissions or directly sue their employer in court. Nevertheless, studies show women are still paid less than men on average.
There are many trailblazers of equal pay in our country's history, but Megan Rapinoe makes a more current appearance advocating for pay equality. She is a California native who plays for USA's women's soccer team, who recently won their 4th World Cup. She made a statement on Stay Tuned saying that equal pay is a very relevant thing and that both women and men's USA teams should be paid equally.
If you're not down with equal pay at this point, or equality, or whatever it is, like, you're so far out of reality in the conversation that we can't even go there.
One person who stood up for this unfair treatment is Oprah Winfrey. The Oprah Winfrey Show aired September 8th, 1986, and had its final show in 2011. At the time, Oprah was struggling to launch her career. In the late 70s, she found out her co-host was making more money than her. She talked about it with her boss, and she decided to talk to him about a raise. She kept talking to him about how unfair it was because they had the same job.
Join us on Channel 13's People Are Talking all week long at 9 o'clock.
Her boss didn't really care and was so confused and replied, "Why should you make the same amount of money as him?" So she left the organization because she was tired of being treated unfairly.
Oprah Winfrey. Oprah, spelled O-P-R.
She moved to Chicago and then she started to make her own show on her own network.
Young people can get involved by writing letters to people in power to influence them change laws about equal pay. We can also make videos, surveys, and speeches to influence others about the problem facing pay inequality. The Equal Pay Act and several of the other laws were enacted with the reducing of employment discrimination. The Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 banned employers from discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. We can still reduce the pay gap between men and women in the work field. So in conclusion, everyone should get paid the same amount of money for the work they do. No one should have to live on less wages because of their age, gender, or race. This has been a problem for centuries and is still ongoing. So in the future, we hope to find a final solution to this problem.
Our topic is criminal injustice. Criminal injustice is an absence or an unfair act of the law. It is important because African American males are being mistreated and mistried in the court of law. To make change, we can bring awareness and sense to the situation.
African American culture is represented by what you see at the tip of the iceberg. What you see at the tip of the iceberg is poverty, stealing, fighting, and gun violence. Black culture is more than what you see and hear and stereotypes on the news. It's more than just what you see physically.
Once you get past the tip of the iceberg, you will see African American culture at its finest. You will see the intelligence and accord of Black people. Thurgood Marshall was a well-known lawyer and associate justice of the Supreme Court in 1967. He was famous for his role in civil rights and making sure that African American people were treated fairly, and was an advocate for criminal justice. Thurgood Marshall was also on the council of the NAACP and was a part of the case Brown versus Board of Education.
Barack Obama is the former president of the United States. He was president from 2008 to 2016. He graduated from Columbia University and Harvard Law School. He practiced as a civil rights lawyer at the firm of Minor, Barnhill, and Gallant.
Criminal injustice is the act of treating a criminal unfairly. The things that are being done about this are new laws that are being put in place to protect criminals. What still needs to be addressed are the criminals that are still being treated unfairly. Young people can help this by informing leaders of things to change.
I start with the premise that the function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. Ralph Nader.
Technology has become a big part of society in recent years. It has brought us together and torn us apart in many ways, and it has also affected our African American culture immensely. Technology has affected African American cultures such as uplifting and inspiring us, but also in certain ways inaccurately portraying us, such as in movies and literature. Campaigns such as Black Lives Matter have used technology to spread the word about their movement within recent years faster than previously possible.
Technology has helped this campaign spread its beliefs faster than ever before. A young tragedy that can attest to police brutality is the story of Trayvon Martin, a young black man's life who was cut too short. Technology has helped spread the word, leading to rallies and protests throughout the black community, showing the world that we will not just sit down and take this inhumane treatment.
Things that are being done today is that people are using blogs and apps to spread their opinions on things that are happening in society. Something else that needs to be addressed, however, is that more technology should be put in schools to allow children easier access to information. Something that young people can do today is to continue to speak their opinion on social media. They can also get involved by joining clubs and attending events. They can contact adults to help change bad situations. They can speak out in a peaceful manner, such as making blogs, joining apps, and getting involved in a support group. And as Stephen Covey has once said, what you do has far greater impact than what you say.